Do not attempt to adjust your set. This is a streaming freedom video bulletin. It cannot be stopped, and it is the only free voice left on the net. Okay guys, so for this Skyrim video on the PS4, I didn't know exactly how I was going to do this video. I wanted to try to make a video to see if I might be able to provide some help to those that need it, as well at the same time sharing my experiences with the game since the update, issues I've come across, honestly complaining about some stuff. But, big surprise, Skyrim being like it is now, fucked up, I'm going to have to really Frankenstein this video. I don't know how helpful this is going to be. I don't even, it's not going to be entertaining. I'm just going to share my experiences, and if you want to stick around for that, you can. I'm going to have to completely mute because of what Skyrim did, the audio I recorded in game, and instead just try to re-record over here in SHAREfactory and maybe add some music in or something here. But in any case, let me go ahead and cut in the footage and try to talk through some stuff, and I'll let you know the reason for this odd-ass video and why it is all over the place. So, what I originally was going to do, of course, was kind of be talking through the menu here and telling you, so it's going to be on this for a little bit, and I'm not really going to be cutting footage. One of the first things that I did come across issue-wise, and I know some people, my friend was reporting he didn't have it at all on his Skyrim Anniversary Edition of PlayStation 5, and that is the wording up on the upper right hand corner. Now you see I do have it. Oh, and just for reference, I'm Skyrim Special Edition on PlayStation 4 Slim, if that information can be of help. But anyways, one of the issues that I have come across that has been causing me to crash, now when I first load the game up, the information is up there, and I can go into the new creations section, which I do not like. But in any case, I've noticed that if I load into the game, and then while I'm in game, quit out, come back to main menu, that information up there will be gone, and then if I try to go back into creations, I will crash. Also, if I'm in creations and I change something to where it has to update the file, so I quit out to main menu from creations, again, that disappears and it will crash me. This is the issue that I found when I tried to load creations to make the video that I was going to do for you, and why I'm having to Frankenstein this thing. As you can see, there's nothing here. Now, I did not experience that earlier, and luckily I did have footage captured because I've actually tried to make this video a couple of times, and I kept not uploading it because I realized that I was doing more bitching than anything in the videos because I am not happy with this update. But luckily I still have that footage, and muting it and doing it this way, I can go ahead and use it. So, I'm going to go ahead, because this is just going to keep cutting in and out, switch to the other footage and kind of try to walk through some things with you guys. And again, please remember, I have very limited experience with this myself, so I'm not going to be of a huge help, but I'll try to be the best I can. First thing you'll notice is we no longer have a Creations Club section and a Mod section. It's just now called Creations, and everything is all smashed together. So that means mods, these new paid mods, and CC. And what is worse about that is that some of this stuff, instead of having a section that is just all paid, sections that are all just free, they are in there together, as you can see right here. While also another issue is that the damn images take forever to load, and also you see there's some glitching on my screen while it's trying to load, something I never experienced before. I did occasionally get this load if I went all the way down to the bottom of the section on the original page, but never like this. Now, something that you can see here, we have, I don't know, I don't keep track of all CC content, so I don't know if these, where you see these credits, if this is CC or if these are new paid mods, but the paid content you'll see is next to free mods, so you're going to have to be careful. Like Dawnstar PS4 there, that is a free mod, and all the free mods are still free, but with this other mixed in here, if you're not careful and if you have credits in your account, you could accidentally purchase something that you're not wanting. Also, another thing, the CC content that is here, if you had any CC content, you're going to have to possibly reinstall that. I only had the free ones, that they have given, which was like the 4 original ones, like Rare Curios and the Saints and Seducers. I'm trying to think of the names of them. In any case, they had to be reinstalled, and it did not alert me that they were missing, and I'll go into more issues with that in a little bit. But as you can see here, the Creation Club section has the mods that are kind of all the same damn thing, because it's got Bethesda, and that's also that. This is the update tab, and yeah, then we have, again, here, these are some of the mods that have always been here, and as you can see, they are still free. Now, this is bookmarked mods, and the thing is I have some in there. I noticed in this next section, that is library, that are mods that shouldn't be in my library. This mod here, I did showcase this mod and check some of these other ones out, but they are no longer in my loader because of space issues, yet they're showing up in my library now, which they hadn't before. Now here is the latest category, audio, animals. This you can still scroll down to, and I didn't look a lot through this. You can also hit L1 to bring up this menu where you can go to a particular section, which is nice. The problem is, as you can see here, it is still mixing in the paid content with the free content, so you're going to have to be careful here when you're going through this, or again, you could end up screwing yourself. This is really, I am not a fan of this at all, and I'll tell you right now, this menu setup does not make me want to come in looking for mods to showcase. I do not like this at all. In any case, as you scroll down the list here, you will see that this is basically all still the same as it was that you can get, but one problem is I noticed they removed the work in progress section, which I would often check to see if somebody like Cyan49 had something there that they were working on, needed help with maybe seeing in the video, and now I won't be able to do that. You can come up here and see the options that were at the top. We can go to my library, and you can see the various mods that I have in there. You can go ahead and search. Also, I'm going to type in Cyan49 here. You got to hit R2 now to search, and you'll see that his mods do come up. You should be able to also search mods by their names still, I would think. But in any case, in order to search, you just simply need to hit L1. You can go into your load order with triangle, and now first thing you'll notice is that they got these white diamonds here. If you see that's white, that means the mod is active. If it is a black diamond, then the mod is inactive. I will also go into some issues with this loader after I'm done explaining things. Here you have a new option, or I believe it's new, where you can save a load order to Bethesda.net or restore the order from Bethesda.net. Not exactly certain what that does. The Creation Club that you saw up there at the top, I can't actually access that even after reinstalling the missing Creation Club content I had. Using the touchpad, you can bring up options to disable the menu music, disable missing creation check on load, whatever the hell that does, update all installed creations, enable all creations, disable all creations, download all owned Creation Club creations, download all creations from in my library, and delete all creations, so be careful of that. You can sort the mods loader here in the load order by hitting R2. That will bring this up where you can sort it alphabetically by ascending, descending, or the date. You can also access the options here if you want. You can access them at any time, just like you saw in the loader. It is the same options, again, by hitting touchpad. You can purchase credits by hitting square, which I'm not going to hit. And finally, you can get out of these menus by hitting circle to get back to the main menu. Now, again, something to keep in mind is if you changed anything in there and you happen to see that the wording in the upper right hand corner of the main menu disappeared, I would suggest closing the app and reloading it. Now I've got just some gameplay footage in here of when I was testing mods earlier. I was originally going to use this for a video, but instead I'm just going to go ahead and mute it too and talk over it, so please just ignore the fact that I didn't make any cuts here, as I'm just going to have the raw footage up. So in any case, something that I experienced with the mod loader, when I originally, after getting the update, went in, seen the absolute mess that they had, I went in, checked my loader, and my loader still had all the mods installed that I had before. They were all still active, so I went ahead, I came in game to see how the game was running, and the game, inside the game, was running fine. It was running as well as it was before. I ended up going in and out some places, so it made a few autosaves, and then I went ahead and quit out and came back in later to go ahead and was going to be at that time film the video that you saw with the loader all screwed up and stuff. I was going to try to walk through that, and it was then that I ended up noticing that my CC, because I was trying to find the way they had it before. When the CC page was by itself, you had a tab where you could see just your installed CC creations, the CC that you had, which again were just the free ones that they gave everybody. And then I had, like, every now and then when they have some free armors, I'll pick those up, or that Christmas one that they had here a while back that was finally free, I picked it up. But I clicked on it and I noticed that some of the armors were still installed, but like Saints and Seducers and Recurios, which I think I mentioned earlier, they weren't. So I reinstalled them. Didn't have to pay for them or anything, reinstalled them, but I then went back into my loader because I was curious if they would add into, if you remember at the top of the loader, it had Creation Club. I wanted to see if it would either add above that, or if you could then click X to get into that, if that might be where it is, which it wasn't. However, I think it was 94 or 96 mods, I don't recall exactly, but I noticed that my mod had dropped from 94 to like 28 or something. And I thought, what in the hell? Because before I had started installing the CC content, that hadn't happened. So I went and I checked, and sure enough, the mods were still in my loader, still in the same order they were, but for some reason, taking and re-downloading the CC content then disabled a bunch of my mods. So I went ahead, I re-enabled those, and I started to scroll up the list to see if everything was okay. And it ended up crashing me then. So I came back in, tried again, quit out to the main menu to load the files, and didn't notice, well actually I did notice but didn't think anything of it, that the description on the upper right had disappeared. I went back into the, I keep wanting to say mod page, but the creation page as it is called now, and that ended up crashing me. So I do believe if you notice that is missing, you're going to have to close the app, reload it, and that might help prevent the crashing. Now, not though if you're somebody that you're crashing simply for trying to go in the creations. My friend who has Skyrim Anniversary Edition on PlayStation 5 is crashing every time he tries to get into the creations, and I know several other people, I don't know if it's what platforms they are and what version of the game, but they are experiencing the same issue of when they're trying to go in. I don't know if it's just going into the creation page altogether, or if it's trying to go to a certain category, but in any case, it is crashing them. And I'm sorry, but I can't provide any kind of help on that because I'm not experiencing the issue. And I can say that my friend said that he was going to delete and reinstall the game to see if that would fix it, but it was going to take him like 2 hours, and I haven't heard from him since, because then I went ahead and logged off for the day and stuff because I was tired. But in any case, so if you're crashing because of that, then that probably won't help. But if you are able to get into the menus and then you see that the information's missing up there, then I would suggest closing app and reloading it. Now, again, something else, because I had forced the saves, I think I did cover this briefly, but I'm just going to go back over it. The game then realized that the CC content had altered something that once it was enabled, and so it gave me two different options, and I'm sorry, I don't recall exactly what it was. It was, one of them was use a current save, and one of them I think was maybe use a past save or something. So I just did like I would use, a current method that I'm using, because I figured, well, the past one, the CC was still going to be disabled in that as well, and it went ahead and loaded fine. Now, when I installed the mods and the CC, they were then all working once I got everything back up and running. Also, though, something else in your mods that you might have to pay attention to, if you had liked mods, I found that pretty much all the mods in my loader were unliked. I had to go back through and put likes on them again. Now, I don't think I had to do that with the bookmarks. I did end up with the few free CCs, going ahead and bookmarking them. Now they just all appear with the mods in the bookmark section, but to make it a little bit easier, because again, the CC page doesn't have a separate category, or at least not that I saw, where just the stuff that you own CC wise is there. So it's a pain in the ass. Again, I am not a fan whatsoever of the changes. I think really all it does is it's just a big mess of a menu system now. Very bad for newer players, because now veterans, maybe unless they're not paying attention, they're not going to accidentally purchase something, but you gotta come at it at the perspective of a new player. New player comes in, sees all of this, a bunch of different icons that are up that they're not going to understand exactly what it is, might just think, oh hey, I can install this mod, and then if they did have credits, if they purchased them, whatever, and the game does give a limited amount, I think it gives 100 free, because I've never used any of the credits and I still have 100, and I've never added credits to this. So in any case, they might end up spending money that they weren't, intending to spend. So that's not good. Honestly, I think that it would have been much better if they would have kept the mod section and the CC page like they were, and then added a new section that was separate for the paid mods. That would have been much better. But of course, they couldn't do that. But the thing that really does irritate me is that I know when the game isn't working correctly, because I get a bunch of people saying as such, saying they're crashing this or that. I haven't received that in a long time, so besides the odd person here or there on whatever platform that might have been having issues, as far as I believe it to be, the game was playing fine for the majority of people. Now, of course, we get this update, and it's nothing like it was during the original Toddpocalypse, during patches 120 and 121. But as far as the crashing goes when trying to enter this new creations page, I'm seeing, a lot of issue with that already and stuff, and you can figure that people are going to definitely be having a hell of a lot more trouble. And so I'm going to go ahead and end this video. Hell, I didn't realize that it looks like 17 minutes that it's running here. Again, I know the video wasn't really entertaining and wasn't as helpful as I would like. I really can't make the kind of video that I want to when the stuff that I was going to try to show you guys isn't wanting to work properly, because as you saw at the very beginning, the creations page wasn't even loading for me anymore, which is something new. So in any case, though, I hope maybe this can kind of help. If you're somebody that you can't even get into creations, maybe at least we'll let you kind of see what it's like and give you an idea. But I'm sorry I can't provide much more help than that. But like I said at the beginning, this is just kind of my experiences with it right now and my opinions on the game. I must say, with what they've done, I really have no interest in bothering with looking for mods right now or even playing the game. I am glad that the game itself is still playing fine, but I hope that they will see that these changes, unless I'm in the minority and the majority community like this, but that these changes are not welcome. Possibly do like I said, go ahead and separate them again. It's fine to have some paid mods in there if people want those. I'm not, saying they shouldn't be there. But really that's what CC content is anyways. But have whatever that is in a new section so that people know what they're going into, can easily access mods or CC or paid mods that they own, see it, and not be having to go around searching for everything and everything being so damn confusing. Okay guys, well, thanks for watching the video, and sorry for the absolute Frankenstein of a job that this video is.